Hello girlies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Danielle and I'm the CEO and founder of Christian Girl Next Door Ministries, where I help you lovely ladies to define and beautify your walk with Christ through fashion, faith, and femininity. And today we're bringing back the beloved series of Real Christian Girl Talk. Today we are getting real and we are talking about doubting your calling, obeying the Lord, and the result is feeling behind. Well, if you guys have ever felt that way, decide to stick around. And if you guys want to be a part of the next Real Christian Girl Talk, make sure to follow us at christiangirlnextdoor.insync over there on Instagram. We are live and well over there. And let's go ahead and jump into this video. Do you ever doubt your calling, and how do you deal with it? This hits close to home because I feel like lately I've been doubting my calling in this season of transition. If you guys didn't know, I moved from the Bible Belt, and finding a job in ministry has not been the easiest feat at all. So I've been struggling, and then I've been kind of spiraling and thinking, oh my goodness, did I hear the Lord right? Did I hear him call me into ministry? But time and time again, the Lord has called me back to reflect on past jobs where like those jobs did not seem to fit, and I always longed for a more personal, a more relational job, but also something that I could share Jesus on my own terms. So just thinking about, what the Lord brought me out of in past jobs, like nothing fit, like trying to squeeze my foot into a shoe that was not designed properly for me, and where the Lord has me now, doing Christian Girl Next Door, but also kind of figuring out how to get this up and running, being in a different state, and just know that I've been there. I feel that it's very prevalent right now, but I keep going back to the testaments and the testimonies that the Lord has brought me out of prior jobs, and like just feeling at ease and having such a love and passion for what I do that was non-existent in my previous jobs. And once I answered the call of the Lord, things slowly fell into place. Now, just because things fall into place doesn't mean they're going to be perfect, because two things can be true at the same time. So, if you're doubting your calling, go back into your prayer closet, reflect on those answered prayers that the Lord has opened doors for you. Because that can be really, really important and encouraging in a time where you're facing doubt, and speak scripture over your life. But most importantly, reflect on what the Lord has brought you out of. Reflect on the wins, the affirmations that you are in the right place, and also just having a strong foundation of people who can speak into you when you face doubt. How do you feel with feeling behind? I'm feeling behind right now. Truly, I am. If you guys don't know, I'm post-grad. I just finished up. I literally just graduated college in May, and I feel slightly behind. If you guys didn't know, I'm 28. So I'm not like 22, 23, like fresh out of college. Like, no, I'm 28. I'm 28 and slightly feel a little behind. But I have to remind myself that it's in the Lord's timing. Like, there's just so much transition, and I don't know if this is how you're feeling if you're in a season of transition, but truly, if you're feeling behind, know that the Lord's timing is always impeccable. It is perfection. That whatever you had in mind is going to be whatever the Lord has for you is going to be for you. You just have to wait on his timing, not your own timing, not your own understanding, but his understanding, because he can see things that you cannot see. You might think, Lord, why aren't you moving now? He's gonna be, daughter, I am withholding this movement because this standstill is going to be a blessing, because I can see further than you can. And the standstill is a blessing. So instead of thinking, Lord, I am so behind, everybody on social media is going on trips, they got the dream job, they got married, and I'm still in the same place. I feel behind, Lord, or like, why aren't we moving? Just know that his time is impeccable, his timing is perfect. He knows what's best for you. And it's hard to fully grasp that when you're in the midst of your feelings, in the midst of like chaos and uncertainty and doubt. Speak scripture over yourself, because even me personally, like, this is live advice that I'm learning in real time. Like, it's not things that I've just been sitting on, but some stuff that I've truly have been applying to my life is reading scripture over my life. Like there's just times where I'm just like, this sucks. Like, Lord, like this sucks. Like I hate this feeling of being behind. But sometimes, you know, the best thing that we can do to combat those feelings is speak scripture over ourselves. You know, one of my favorite scriptures that I've been clinging to lately is Romans 8:28. And let me go ahead and read that for you. Such a good scripture to hold on to. I'm going to read verses 26 through 28, and it says, in the same way the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. And he who searches our hearts knows the mind of our spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. And we know that in all things God works for good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. So with that being said, just holding on, praying this scripture over you, even in the midst of feeling behind and feeling doubt. I urge you ladies to speak scripture over yourself. Like even have scripture taped on your mirror in the bathroom, because I know sometimes we're just thinking, we're getting ready, we're in our thoughts, and I just really think that would be such a great tool. And the scripture says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. So if the Lord has called you to ministry, has called you to a finance job, has called you to work a retail job, but you don't understand why you're still in this feeling behind, like I wish I had this, I wish I had that, and you're feeling behind and you're feeling stuck, just know that there's a reason for this. And just know that this is not the end. This is going to be part of your testimony. It is part of your purpose. Okay, so my next question. When do you know when the Lord is calling you to move? Okay, so when the Lord is calling you to move, and I'm going to speak from location. Well, I feel like this fits multiple aspects of your life, whether it is moving jobs, moving locations. First and foremost, just from personal experience, I am going to say that there's going to be a misalignment. There is going to be no peace. There's going to be a key openness to a possibility to moving, whether it's jobs, whether it's locations. There's going to be a shift, because I could have told you once we got to Texas, from my personal experience, from a literal move, like literally moving locations, when we got to Dallas, I was like, oh, there's no way we're moving. Like I just know the Lord is going to put us in location A, way closer to family. I want to stay here. Now, as the year progressed, I slowly became more open to the possibility of moving. And I say that because the Lord, strangely enough, does prepare us even in the most minuscule ways that we do not think of, or that we don't even notice. So just know that if you feel the inkling to move, that might mean that the season that you're currently in is almost to an end. I would encourage you to take this in prayer. I would encourage you to fast if it is a literal move, whether it's locations or whether it's a job or just move in general, or if you're moving out of a current season, literally or figuratively. I would pray about it. I would seek the Lord. I would fast on it. And just keep your eyes, your ears, and your heart open to receive the word of the Lord. Because there's going to be times where He's going to speak in a whisper. And in my experience, when I slowly got the inkling, like, oh, we might actually move, like, oh, I wouldn't mind moving. Those little instances, at least personally for me, have been moments where the Lord has slowly nudged me to being open to an idea, because that is foreshadowing what He has for me up ahead. So I hope this video blessed you, lovely ladies. I hope that I was able to pour some wisdom into you. So glad to be back in our Christian Girl era. We will be back Friday, I will do my best to film a Monday and Friday video, but you can definitely count on a Monday video for sure. I'm just still trying to work out the kinks. So if you love the ladies, like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It would mean the world, and I will see you girlies next time. Bye.